in like what's going on, and why you smile responds so, and then he says low, solo.
Yeah, you can click on that effigy. It's safe. See, I told you it's safe. It's a happy face.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All the way
Nice
back in
little happy
2015.
face.
What MMR do you think Miro was in 2015?
I didn't even know he was playing Dota in 2015.
I bet he was like 2K.
He's probably average Reddit MMR.
Like,
oh my god.
Oh my
Bro, don't do this to me, man. I've heard.
I felt like we were inside of a snow globe. What are we? Pandas.
Yeah, did they play the Bet Boom one earlier?
Yeah, they did, because I asked.
Oh, you asked for the Bet Boom.
I asked for a Bet Boom one because that was the one that we incorrectly guessed.
That's true, man. Why? I don't want to hear these anymore. This is a bad memory.
There will not be a remake for a player selecting
Wait,
the wrong hero.
The
what?
Wrong hero?
Who? Huh?
What?
Go. Wait, theory crafting time. Who selected the wrong hero?
I mean, it has to be LGD between the Ember and the Morph, right? They probably wanted Shiro on the Morph, maybe even if he's going mid. Or this was just wrong, but... Huh.
Well, Solo was nice. He said, sorry, guys. All good. Well, they're going to play it out anyway. I'm sure this is going to be fine. I think it's
they can both
probably
definitely
a
play
minor
these.
slip up.
They can both definitely play these heroes, so it's not like they're just absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
I thought this was intentional, but okay. Maybe not. I can't think of anything else in this game. Unless it's the Lycan Timber, but that one seems... I don't know why you'd want to dodge Miro on the Lycan, so... I'm just going to assume it is the Ember Morphling here. They probably just wanted a player on the hero as opposed to the lane matchup, and...
Yeah, nothing to say is a bit rusty, I would assume, on the Morphling. He hasn't played it since 2021. So, yeah, he has played it a number of times. It's just been a while, so he may not be ready to play it, I guess.
We'll see how it works out. I think this draft can still function even if it's not how they intended it to happen. Because we did see NTS play the Ember into that Timber and do okay, right? Like, he ganked the lane, so that's probably what LGD were going for here. And they just wanted the Morphling Undying lane.
Yeah.
The Ember Undying lane is not that bad here versus a melee offlaner, though. So I do think this mistake maybe hurts LGD's overall strategy for what they wanted, but it's very playable.
God,
and he's actually doing this trick, yeah.
Have you seen this one before?
Yeah, somebody posted it. Who posted it? Oh my god, the person who posted it's going to hate me for not giving them credit.
That's really cool. So you drop the sentry underneath the ward. The creep wave sees the ward. It takes a really long time for creeps to kill it. So it guarantees that the first wave ends up under tower and the lane pushes out.
It's pretty annoying. I don't know if it's intentional, but it is public knowledge, and Antares will be the first one I see use this trick to guarantee a full wave under the tower for the Ember, although he does get all 4 CS, so Shiro.
Good work.
Very nice. Redemption here.
But the bad part is that Lycan's going to be pretty happy, right? He doesn't have to play up against the Undying like normal. I mean, this is a huge counter to Undying, because his first couple of levels, first couple of creep waves are so important to him.
There's no counter to it unless you can go and block the enemy's wave, which buys you a little time, but not much. You can also just go and drag that wave out of the tower, which is what should have happened for LGD here, but they did not do it. They decided to tank it up either way. Shiro will continue to farm down here with perfect CS, so not phased at all.
We did get confirmation it was supposed to be the Morphling and Ember.
Good to know. They'll have to make do. We'll see how this Morphling Timber matchup goes. I think Timber should have absolutely free farm in this lane. Should not be bothered by anything Morphling does, and NTS will go for that phylactery build. They'll have some early skirmish power. The big question is, can 9Pandas roll this game with the Lycan? Because the Lycan is going to be free farming here, and they have Pugna Lycan for the push with the Timber frontline. Drow can come in for like early objective taking with the Roshan or something. It's a lot of group up push power that comes out of nowhere. Not a huge amount of outspam for LGD unless the Ember has a really fast game and is just pushing waves out. Brewmaster, another big wild card. In theory, a very good brew game. They'll go for the Tombstone kill.
Tombstone with the blood grenade slowing him down. Miro decrepify, buys him a little bit of time, and they had the stick still, so.
Oh, very nice.
Good save. Did Antares get the last hit on the
No.
Tombstone? No, he denied it.
So they'll dodge that level 2 Tombstone going. Very good. Anyway, back to the Brewmaster here with the 0 cosmetics. I still don't believe what I'm looking at. Oh, I think he has a jug, but I can't tell. In theory, we saw this last series with the Panda versus the Pugna, right? Yeah. Is that going for him? Very cool to see this adaptation so fast from Zhao. You might have been watching that previous game. And then you also have Dispel for some of the summons here. And you can gap close the Drow Ranger because the Panda units count as units to get rid of marksmanship.
Very cool.
So there's a lot of hidden utility here for the Panda in this game. You can do a lot if you can get on top of the 9 Pandas heroes and disrupt the team fight, buy time for Morphling and Ember to go to work with the Slights and the Phylactery Strikes and the Tombstone adding up. That is the type of team fight LGD are looking for. If they can put it all together, it's going to be beautiful. And if they can't, they're going to get their face run over here. And we just get to watch and find out.
Solo's being awfully annoying. Give the Drow Ranger pretty free lane so far.
All right, I have a meta question for you, Cap.
Yeah. Stuck inside the cogs, Niu needs to battle his way out. Don't want to go that way, though. Creep Wave comes in and tanks and does some damage. Helps Planet battle it out, but keeps him away from the flag bearer creep. What's your meta question?
If Drow Ranger goes on top of a glacier, and then Panda tosses her in the air, and the glacier runs out while she's in the air, when she comes down, does she just like fall the extra distance and break her legs?
Great meta question. Since we do see so much Drow Ranger and Brewmaster in the current meta, that is of course going to be an interaction that is crucially important. And I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
She does not break her legs.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
She drifts slowly down to earth like Mary Poppins.
I bet you it bugs out.
Yeah, you think she do you think she's gonna get stuck?
Yeah, I think she gets stuck at the Z-axis. Oh,
first blood.
The Ramsey's reign of terror continues.
Man, Solo looks like he was almost the first blood. A bloody trade-off that, oh, nice play by Wyu Smile. Does manage to get the last hit on his own Tombstone, denying that gold from 9 Pandas.
Heavy trades in these side lanes, man.
Yeah, lanes are getting hard.
I do not think LGD are very happy with this Ember Morphling anymore.
Nope.
Morph's actually doing great, but Shiro, this lane is not necessarily going to get easier for him as the Lycan powers up and already has Helm online, so he's invincible.
Big kill.
Yeah, this is necessary.
Ramses throw out a few arrows, and they're actually rotating the Undying back there. Be curious to see if they wanted to dive the Drow Ranger again when she TP's back.
I think it's just wide looking for that carry kill. It's something LGD's done in a lot of their games. He has made those gate rotations, and they paid off in a lot of them. Kind of just a consistent game plan here regardless of the heroes. Also, he wants to give solo XP to Shiro whenever he can. And when you play this safe lane Ember, you need to pump up his levels. You can't just sit there with him and leech. It will not feel good for Ember going into the mid game here if he is behind with the solo XP. NTS hit 6 ahead of Kiyotaka, so he did very well in this lane.
He did.
Just sustained, out CS'd him, got extra denies, and pushing towards that Phylactery.
Miro's in trouble now. He's going to die.
Man, just ran him down. Early Orbital Corrosion for Shiro.
Yeah, lane's turning around a bit for PSG.LGD.
I thought it was going to be harder. I thought this Lycan was invincible down here with Helm.
Well, apparently not when the Pugna is away.
Definitely helps. Another trade up top.
Nice toss back. It's going to do some nice damage over time to both of them. And you standing strong against all of these frost arrows being thrown at him. Solo still manning up and going for it, but Wyu Smile, he's got to break that one. The Tombstone goes out. The zombie on Solo won't kill him. Ramses will deal with that one.
No mana on wide. Didn't have any decay points, just a boots Tombstone. Trying to bait it out top. 9 Pandas will not bite the bait. And the farm continues. Very even laning phase here. Just going to come down to these team fights and who can gain an edge first, perhaps in the tower taking. If you get some Lycan Pugna objective push going, you get that Panda ult up, could take a fight up here, kick Ramses out, get another kill on him. I think all the action's going to happen around these two safe laners. Shiro gets whacked and blasted.
So much, like the Flame Guard protects him against the Nether Blast, but a lot of physical damage.
It's hard for him to stand against these wolves and the Pugna right clicks.
Yeah. Solo cutting in from behind, trying to catch Planet, but again, Ramses with the Gust saves their hide, pushing the enemy heroes away from them.
And Y loves these gates. They're just going back and forth.
Yeah.
In fact, they're going to go through the gate at the same time.
Hello. Goodbye. 8-minute power rune and phylactery almost done for nothing to say.
Oh, Y waited for Antares to come back. These guys are just ganking each other through the gate.
Really want another kill on that Brewmaster before he gets 6.
And the Brewmaster wants another kill for this urn.
Or maybe he wants to be killed.
That's true. He could just die.
Kill me.
The easy answer. NTS, he's pretty high resources mid. This lane matchups looked amazing. Maybe it wasn't a mistake after all.
I wonder how the Phylactery is going to fare specifically in this Timbersaw matchup. Like, is he going to be able to push the Timbersaw out of lane?
I don't think so, but it will be a lot of extra burst damage on any sort of gank attempt or when the Timbersaw is fighting him. It's a fast Phylactery here, and finally the Y gank through the gate. 3rd time's the charm. And they'll get that big Drauka before Brew ult's even online. That's earn charges for new ult online. I don't think Ramsey can come back this lane.
No way. That is a death sentence if he goes back.
NTS he's out trading Kiyotaka here.
Yeah, I mean, I think like turning into the Timbersaw, whirling death him, hit him with a Phylactery adaptive strike.
You have kill threat,
yeah,
for sure. Because all these Timbers don't go more than 2 points in the reactive, so they're relying on the Vanguard. Not so good versus chip magic damage.
Not on my watch. Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's so annoying that even the strength adaptive strike does like a decent amount of damage because of Phylactery.
The great part about the build, Solo will put his body on the line.
He TP's in instant battery assault. He knows that whoever shows up to this lane is going to be under assault. And why you smile back again. Why is back. Killing Solo.
More in charges. Still haven't even had to use the Panda ult. As 9 Pandas have decided to exert their pressure mid.
Sneaky. Oh!
That was weak. Weak. Shame.
Nothing to say. Pulls the creep wave outside of the tower range. The tower will deal with the siege wagon, trying to limit the siege damage that 9 Pandas wants to do.
The NTS knows his job.
Yep.
Sit here and be a brick wall against the Timber. Slow down his timing, slow down this tower push. This is what mid Timber wants. He's not getting it. Frustrating game for Kiyotaka so far. Probably does not feel good just watching NTS farm up.
Yeah, and the Lycan hasn't taken this tower yet either, which is surprising to me. It's level 7.
LGD doing a very decent job defending the objectives. Not making too many greedy, aggressive moves that won't pay off. They're going to rotate New into mid with a Vessel.
Almost had him.
This is a really fast Vessel. He disassembled Vanguard for it. Nice use of that itemization here. And it's a strong Vessel game too. Now they really have a lot of tools to deal with the Timbersaw in the fights, the Pugna heal, early nukes for the Lycan if he decides to man up for a tower. New really wants to fight, but he can't find anybody. They'll only find neutrals. TP top for Kiyotaka here.
Why you smile dodges the Chakram, and Kiyotaka is going to be in some trouble even if he can kill Y. The Brewmaster split keeps with him. Toss him up in the air and finish him off with a Whirling Death. He's going to have to deal with double Whirling Deaths. That's going to be a big issue. Shiro, who's stuck around here for a really long time because of his mobility, thinks he could deal with the Lycan Shapeshift, and Miro's putting that to the test now. TP out and will not be able to get there in time. Solo a little bit late there too.
Nice spellcasting from LGD in this early game. Just making the Wolf run around in circles, saving their early towers, getting the connection on the Timbersaw.
is under attack.
Really slowing down this early game from a bunch of push heroes that are not finding the push. Can start to feel the frustration here from 9Pandas, who want to get these kills going, want to get these towers going, and are getting dodged. The literal dodging. No lockdown for Ember in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
So he can do whatever he wants as long as he has ults up.
The best they have is hook shot, cogs push back into gust.
It is reliable in the later fights, but the Drow is not going to join in any of these.
Yeah.
LGD
get a push of their own going. Tier 1 dies top. The first tower of the game goes to LGD.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bet you wouldn't have bet on that.
And the second tower of the game.
That's right. Nice little last. See, that's how you do it.
Radiant structures.
That's how you see.
Last hitting in a tower.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't even try and get that last hit from NTS because I know he would secure it. But these weak ass carries, they can't get it. I'm stealing that from you, brother. I don't
know. Somebody's definitely going to use that in justification in a pub.
You should. Get good. Dota's a free-for-all game, man. Every man for himself.
That's not what Dota is at all.
It's about survival of the fittest.
No.
You must shove everybody down, including your own team, to rise to the top.
In cooperation.
And claim glory.
And friendship.
That is why they call it the Aegis of the Champion.
So they give it
Singular, my friend.
one guy out of the 5.
Miro will eventually convert on this tower, but he will find more than he bargained for. That'll be a defensive wolf form.
Not the happiest use of it, that's for sure. Good thing he didn't get chains. Slight chance that he actually dies there.
I was also thinking you might have just ulted from behind the tree and then like lifted him.
Yep. Wait out the shapeshift.
That's an impossible play to make though. It's just not even worth it. Instead, they'll be able to smoke up. Timber Chain on planet, so he has a long initiation range here, can start the fight for LGD and follow it up with Tombstone Panda ult. This is not a fight 9Pandas are going to be happy getting gone on by. Who are they going to find?
Who do they want to find?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Probably Kiyotaka if they feel like they can bring in one more core.
Well, they're going to have to get Antares first. Deal with the Pugna first. That's what we've been learning from these other series.
I mean, they have Vessel on him. They have Flesh Gold.
Vessel plus damage amp. It is going to be a lot to work with, but Solo is going to come through, help pick off the back line. No Rubik. He's going to die for it, though. Nothing to say. Now can focus on Kiyotaka, who's getting away with the Timber Chain, but the Primal Split still lasts a little bit longer. Oh, couldn't stop that last chain away, but he's still so damn slow, and the Morphling now turns into the Timber Saw. Back to it. Kiyotaka dies.
Really nice smoke from LGD, and they get everything they want out of that. The Panda Micro from New, by the way, has been beautiful.
On point.
I must say, he is a 10 out of 10 Panda player. You can tell when you watch these guys, like,
yeah.
Are they using the purges off CD? Are they getting multiple lifts? Is the Void, even the Void Spirit pull?
Panda?
He got it off right there. In the middle of the Timber Chain, by the way, which doesn't cancel, but it was pretty cool. This guy's a Dota player right here. You know, this is a 10 out of 10 Brew Micro I'm seeing so far.
I mean, you did say earlier you thought a move was impossible for him, and I thought, for New, nothing's impossible for this.
What did I say is impossible?
The Brewmaster play where you pop the split.
Oh, that's true. I should not be underestimating this, man.
Yeah, don't underestimate me.
I think it's like a good metric to judge offlaners by. Are you a Brewmaster player? If you're a Brewmaster player, you're a real offlaner. If you can't play Brewmaster, you're just a carry masquerading as an offlaner. Which
or
there's a lot
maybe
of
they're just not a micro player.
No, you're not an offlaner, I'm telling you. Why just all carry players that want to join other carry players to try and get carried?
Maybe they like playing Blink Dagger heroes.
You think Pure can play Brew? You think Amar can play Brew?
Yes, actually.
You think ATF can play Brewmaster? That's what you're telling me, right?
I mean, I think Pure can.
Pure might be able to, actually, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if there's anything Pure can't play at this point.
But has he played? No, so my point still stands.
Okay.
You gonna look it up now? That's kind of a BM move, man.
Well, I mean, I just want to make sure my analyst is on point with his analysis.
Ooh, the Frost Shaman getting involved. Of course, guaranteed evasion here for New. He's going to be able to run it off.
You got a TP point here. They're going to try and help out New. He's going to get off his ultimate.
Let's see the micro.
Toss him up in the air. Yes, yes. Lycan form. Only going to last a couple more seconds. I think they're going to get him with the chains. Yeah, that shapeshift is now gone. He's slowed down to a crawl with zombies chasing after him.
Another stun.
Timbersaw, Chakram from Planet comes in. Telekinesis trying to stall up the Drow Ranger, who is in a good position. High ground Drow with PSG.LGD all in the pit right now. They got to find a way out of here. They're going to push through Ramses right now, who's getting a lot of heal out of this Pugna. And Tari's giving up his entire level pool. Why not? Just buy back and ensure the kill on the carry. Make sure this fight goes your way. Timbersaw is going to be able to cut down the Undying, but Kiyotaka does have the Morphling to contend with. And boy, nothing to say has been the bane of this Timbersaw. Chasing after him, bursting him down. Whether it's the Phylactery, whether it's the Whirling Death, he's got it all. He's got all the answers to the Timbersaw, and he'll finish off solo to go.
The shotgun animation may not be in the game, but the Phylactery, those are some sawed-off barrels here, and he pumps them into 9 Pandas. I like that buyback from Shiro. He's out of mana, does it instantly, gets the full team wipe. That's a lot of XP and gold for your team that you're securing here. Doesn't cost you too much in this early game. 9 Pandas are really looking for this team fight when Ramses connects too. Like, he had decent positioning on that high ground. But just little things going right for LGD. Mew on point with the micro, gets the little hop away from Ramses, so he tanks up way more time in this fight. And the spell steal is going to work on the Timbersaw. These whirling deaths on him are a nightmare to try and deal with, even though Kiyotaka has a pretty good team fight. He's just getting kited around. Look at this whirling death on him that gets covered up by the replay. You can't see. But when he pops out of that, he's got nothing left.
Yeah.
That is just all the Morphling Timber matchup people are starting to figure out more of. Huge team fight win for LGD.
Pierre did play a game of Brewmaster in 2020.
Whatever, man. That doesn't make him a Brewmaster player just because you picked the hero. Was his micro good in that game?
I don't know. He
exactly.
lost.
You don't know anything. You know nothing. Yeah, you know nothing.
You know what I have to say to that?
Wait, you have a button for that? We've had a button for that this entire time?
Yeah, production gave me a button. It's because you asked for it that one time.
What? What the hell? Why didn't I know about this? All right, we're going to see some more micro here from New. Let's respect the Pandas.
Lock him down. Then throw the boulder. Telekinesis. Boy, Nero is not having fun this game. Nothing to say, takes a lot of damage. That is actually a matchup that is pretty annoying. The Drow Ranger is always something to fear. But if you can't burst them within that multi-shot, then nothing to say. It's going to turn right back around and waveform right through some of your allies.
Doesn't feel like 9 Pandas have an answer to the Brewmaster right now. Doing way too much work. The Vestal charges pre-fight, smacking you, getting a haze off, then the ult, controlling the Lycan, helping kill the summons, comes out, and he still has a Crimson Guard to buff up his team, and you have a Tombstone running this entire time. The area of control for LGD in these fights, if 9 Pandas can't kite it out, you're just stuck in that mosh pit. Sounds like a death sentence. So you either need more burst off an initiation, which is only Clockwork Hook. That's part of the issue here, is how do you start on these heroes without them getting their spells off? Or you just need to be able to kite that fight out, but the problem is your Lycan ult's wearing as well, so do you really want to take the long fight here when you're on that moon clock? Tough call. No easy answer. You might just have to go late game with the Drow Ranger and hope she can carry through the matchups. So far, this hero misclick, it's not looking too bad. Also, why is this button called only cap?
Because only I'm allowed to use it.
So they gave you a suck it button and said only cap's allowed to use it.
Yes. You want to know why?
And I've been asking for a blood grenade counter for 10 goddamn days.
Oh, see, you got a consumable.
I don't want to see this. I don't care anymore. I'm over it.
Roshan for Kiyotaka, so that'll help against the Morphling that has been decimating him in his HP pool.
Nice little Roche by 9 Pandas there. Get the Drow involved with the objective taking. That's where their lineup can really shine. Do have Wolf form stolen for Planet. That's going to be a nice spell going into the next fight if they can find it in the next 30 seconds. Run around, perma-hasted, steal some more. The Grand Wolf. Stop showing me these cock kills.
What?
Actually, this troll is out of control, bro.
All right.
88 gold has been taken from Cogs this game, in case you were curious.
Oh.
40 gold from another award. Yes, all the
Okay.
little things. That's what's important
Right.
in Dota.
I thought
The
you were
little
talking-
numbers.
Talking about something else.
I'm done. I'm actually done. Don't push it. I knew you were gonna push it, dude. I knew before you even started going for that stupid suck it button, you were gonna push it.
Suck it! You can...
I'm actually done. I'm done. I'm just gonna watch LGD entertain me with their high-skilled Dota here as 9Pandas try and fight their way back. There's too much going on for me. My brain is getting overloaded.
Well, we'll see what they can get done with this Aegis, because they have Blink Dagger. They have an Aegis on Kiyotaka. They might be able to turn this very small net worth lead around.
I mean, I would be trying to find a fight with this Aegis right now.
Yes.
That is a fight extender right there. That means you don't necessarily have to pop the Lycan ult right at the start, or the Lycan can send the summons in and not have to commit his hero right away, which he's just betting getting all in off the Bruling. And LGD just dodging. Recognize this Aegis strength and do not want to fully engage right now. They do get out-farmed during these periods. That's something to note. Like, the Brewmaster really suffers when it's not constant skirmishing because his farm rate is pretty lackluster. That's why we saw Jabs go for the Midas earlier.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, right?
New is not playing as greedy. He did not go for the Midas one for double early aura and looking for Blink here. Just trust his 2 cores are going to carry this game, which there's some truth in it up to ultra late game Drow. That's going to be the real wild card. An Orchid for Miro.
Yeah, that was
Very aggressive second itemization here for the Lycanthrope.
he's going Orchid Nullifier. So he really wants to just lock onto one hero and burst down. Who do you think he's aiming for in these fights?
He'll take the Brewmaster at the start if he can.
Yeah.
If you get the silence off before Haze goes out and buffs up the evasion, I think you can all in you here. There are saves though, right? You have Rubik's Shard already up, plus 4 staff. You have Glimmer Pavis on Y, plus Tombstone, plus his Shard already up, so you can throw someone in the Tombstone. I don't know if this Orchid's going to really pay off for Miro here. And Kiyotaka blinks into 5. Did not know they were all there. And he gets shredded, man. Oh my god, these whirlings. This matchup looks so broken.
And he's got the Aghanim Scepter too, so he's got that reactive armor that's going to be ticking.
Stolen Chakra,
He's gonna
stolen
stick
whirling.
with them. Oh, we missed the Timber Chain. He waveforms forward, but I think the explosion was not in range. So an opportunity presented itself, but didn't quite stop Kiyotaka.
He was in deep.
And he is.
He committed it despite the rest of LGD did not wanted to wait out the wolf form. Yu says no time to wait. Time to smash. Boulder smash.
Well, it doesn't really get anything done. So 9Pandas, I think they will happily change Shapeshift for Primal Split. Because I think whatever gives Ramses the freest fight possible.
I would agree with that, yeah. I think the Primal Split has been way stronger this game than the wolf form.
Yeah.
I think the wolf form is just about getting the summons in and messing with some supports. I'm also surprised Kiyotaka got out of there.
All right, well, the catch planet. He was doing a little bit of creep cutting, but they'll punish him for that. He still took the tier 2, though. Ramses managed to finish that off.
Yeah, so the Drow is starting to get involved. Hurricane Pike Manta, very tanky, has that level 15 multi-shot cooldown talent. This is a nice little mid-game power spike for the hero, especially if you can get involved in fights and get 2 multi-shots off, you're probably winning that fight. If you get 1 and it's hitting the actual cores here, you're probably going to be pretty happy. It's just about positioning for Ramses, letting his 2 frontliners take the brunt of the engagement, maybe wait out the Brew ultimate. Then you're going to be super happy going into that fight. Because you have good core matchups here in the Ember and the Morphling. I don't think Ember is going to be strong enough to just jump on Ramses and solo kill him this game without any other gap close. Especially with Pugna with the sustain. Something that can happen later when the Ember's 5 slotted, but for now, this is the time to strike. for 9 Pandas. Get their ball going, look towards that next Roshan and claim as much on the map as you can. LGD want to hold the high ground ward. High ground tombstone fight as well.
Do they want to fight Kiyotaka first? Seems like it, but he's got a BKB. So they get that out of him. Immediately, though, they see the Pugna. That's what Nothing to Say really wants. Kill that Pugna right away. And Kiyotaka, at half health, will not be able to re-engage in this. They're going to chase after him. Nothing to Say is not going to let him go easy. He's got him. Whew.
Man.
This matchup is too damn hard.
Yeah, this matchup just looks miserable, dude. I don't want to make this trade ever again after watching this game in the one from yesterday. You're just making Morphling invincible with 70 armor, insane damage nukes that are getting amped. Like, you're just turning him into a Frankenstein.
It is pretty gross.
And yes, I know that the monster's just the monster. Because you know there's going to be an infinite amount. Oh, Frankenstein's the doctor. Well, maybe he's a beast of a doctor. How about that? As Shiro gets hook shot and murdered out from the golem chase.
Thought you were saying Nothing to Say is a bit of a madman.
That would be like a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Nice. He's creating a monster by turning himself into Timbersaw.
Dire's top tower is under
It's like the
attack.
Decimate thing. You know, like old language of Decimate would actually just mean 10%. But it does make sense if you're talking about Whirling Death. Decimates them. Takes away 10%.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Thank you, Cap, for that
Radiant
enlightening TED
structures are
Talk.
fortified.
I learned a lot.
I'm glad you did. Tars is not going to be caught sleeping.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, it'd be so funny if Timbersaw just like plummeted in the drafting pool.
I think he will if you keep forcing some of these exchanges. Like, the hero is definitely getting figured out a bit more.
Under attack.
That's another reason I hate those, like, oh, this hero's so broken. Because it's like, dude, you played against it for like a week. What do you know?
Tower has fallen.
You don't know anything.
Well, I mean, they are pro players, and it has been a...
I know, but it's just like a feeling thing.
been-
Like,
it's
you
been
play against
longer
something
than a
and it feels super broken, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the stupidest hero in the game. But, I mean, there's a lot of heroes in Dota. There's a lot of items. You get creative, you come up with some really strong counter drafts. You can answer even the broken heroes.
Which they have got an answer to not just the Timbersaw, but Miro has been completely addressed. This Lycan has not had a game.
No momentum at all. Has not been able to do his job, which originally, I mean, his job in this game is to find the Rubik, find the Undying, force an awkward fight from LGD by pressuring the supports.
Dire's bottom tower
It's not even
has
close to
fallen.
happening, because he can't run in with his hero, and the summons are not enough to threaten this support duo, which is decently tanky here. Undying does not care about the hero anymore, and Planet has Blink and Force Staff here. He's getting protected by the Brewmaster and the Ember with a lot of AoE.
They got the Axe on Drow. Big item pickup. Now we have the Frost Arrows. We also have, again, the upgraded Frost Arrows, which go to 9 stacks. That is completely removing the regen of a Morphling. Not to mention the marksmanship already going to work on him. They're going to get the cogs pushed back, and each follow-up, they get the gust on him.
Yes,
BKB immediately going out, though. Nothing to say, battling out with the Timbersaw once again, but does get orchided. Now he has the Aghanim Scepter going off, so because of that, doesn't really take any damage. Kiyotaka pursuing with Miro, chasing after them with the shapeshift. I think PSG.LGD is just going to let this go.
Yeah, they have no Brewmaster ulti. That's the big thing here, otherwise I think they turn. Do not want to take a fight without that. They're going to waste out the wolf form. Can maybe linger around here.
Man.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's also lack of catch from 9 Pandas. It's literally hookshot. That's it. I mean, it's all on solo, and these targets all have BKB, so unless you find the Panda, you're pretty sad. There's also 4 staffs for them as well. Need some hexes or something on the 9 Pandas lineup, but you can, of course, force the objective.
Man, they did that fast. I think they did it a little bit
Really
faster than PSG.LGD expected. And Kiyotaka starts pursuing. He's got the cheese.
Rolled up in 10. LGD might want to fight with high ground tombstone, and they will.
He's going to drop it. Are they going to deal with that one? Jumps inside the tombstone. He's going to be stuck on the high ground when he comes that, I think. Awkward. Brewmaster Primal Split with the Ember Spear jumping right in the middle of all these heroes. They're going to have to play this 4 versus 5. Cheese goes off, though, onto the Timber Saw, dealing with the Pugna right away. Nothing to say. Great job addressing these targets. Now on top of Ramses. This is trouble. They got to stop these heroes. A second life of the Drow Ranger. He's going to come back, and all his allies are going to be dead. They couldn't stand toe-to-toe against this Morphling, even with all the bonuses they had. Cheese, Aegis, all of that. No one dying.
It's not even a close fight. I mean, they're going to get Shiro, but this is a buyback on the Pugna. That was Cheese. That was Aegis and Kiyotaka. If he drops here, it's an absolute disaster. Will they find the lift? They will. They got him. Gone. NTS racking up the kills. A perfect game for him. 6-0 and 10. Was this a misclick? Maybe LGD needing to misclick more at this rate. 9,500 hero damage for him.
Yeah, maybe he should pick this hero more than every once in 3 years.
That's true. He's looking pretty damn good on it, and this Morphling Timber matchup continues to impress and continues to deliver the damage. As Muse Micro is not far behind. Once again, he gets on top of Ramses, removes the marksmanship, tosses him for half the fight, controls for the other half. Brewmaster performance has been one of the best I've seen in a long-ass time. Just absolutely devastating. 5-1 and 18 for him. Also a near-perfect game. He's going to build an AC to provide the extra aura, help the scale. And LGD looking really solid to close this game out if they win like 1 or 2 more engagements. They're just getting too damn tanky. I mean, Y cliffed himself on that tombstone, but then he TP's outpost and gets right back in there. They also don't have tombstone killers. They don't have the Brooding killers. They don't have tombstone killers here. These two things are really punishing
They
Pandas.
don't have the lockdown. Feels like this draft for 9 Pandas was lacking a lot of tools.
I mean, their draft excels is like the 5-man objective push. That's why they've gotten the Roshans, and we saw them clean up some of those towers with Aegis. But if they're not confident enough to just push into LGD and force the fight that way, then their lineup's not doing much else. There's no catch. There's not a lot of map gameplay other than just watching the Drow farm up. Those points are being exploited hard here by LGD. Another reason this Brewmaster has just been able to itemize for the team, like, Mew did not have to go BKB this game. He did not have to go some item to guarantee him getting an ult off.
Yeah, no BKB, no Aeon Disc.
And that just feels amazing.
Also, I think this Morphling is, don't get me wrong, nothing to say he's played great, but I want to see more mid-Morphling. I think it's pretty nasty, this phylactery, and then you could just scale into a regular Morphling.
I mean, if mid-Morph can lane versus Timber too, that well. Again, I don't know if that lane is supposed to go that well, but he won the lane, defended his tower, and was higher net worth, then what is the downside of this matchup? Right?
Yeah.
What are you playing for if you're Timber? You're just playing versus a better Timber. Straight up better Timber, who does what you do better and wins the lane, and scales harder. And builds better items for you. Like the Morphling can build the Ags and the Scotty that Timber does not like playing versus. What does Timber build versus Morph? It's really only Hex if you get the Hex later on. And that is what Kiyotaka is looking for. He's pretty close to it. That is a very big item for 9 Pandas so they can get there, but he does not have it yet, and the fight has been forced.
Blowing up Miro, man.
Double damage. And it'll do it. Kiyotaka does finish the Hex, but just a little too late. 9 Pandas are going to have to put this item to use. They needed more lockdown. That will be it. You've got to combine the Hex, probably hook shot, bounce him back into a Hex with the Drow Ranger hitting that target, and hope the cog displacement is enough to guarantee the utility is too far away for LGD. As Satanic is finished for NTS here on top of Titan Sliver. My God, he is a beefy boy.
Yeah, that Scythe isn't going to last long. He's really tanky. I don't see how they actually burst him down. Stop him from getting off his Manta, Satanic, and healing up.
I mean, you still have Lift Save to go through. You have Glimmer Capes, you have 4 Stabs. 9 Pandas are pigeonholed to a single targeted burst initiation versus a lineup that has everything to answer it as long as LGD are set up and ready for the fight. Which means you have to catch them off guard. Get creative. Find some weird angles. Get that Hex in there when they least expect it.
Nice toss down. That might have actually saved his life as 9 Pandas are on their way over here. Not a bad time to jump when some of these heroes are a little bit low. Kiyotaka spots him, Scythe immediately out, but the
grab.
save right away. Grab ally protects the Morphling. And the Morph is going to jump forward now, turning into the Timbersaw. Has that Axe going out. Got to get away from him. Nothing to say. Chasing. Boom.
My God. It's a nuclear bomb, man. And you can't
he
dodge.
still has the power to chase after Kiyotaka. Look at that Whirling Death go.
He has 6,000 HP.
He cannot run, so all he can do is hide, but he cannot hide either.
This is an abomination of a hero. Like, I don't know what you do versus this. I genuinely don't know. I guess you need like a Doom or something. I'm assuming you can still purge the Timbersaw active off of him.
Yeah, the reactive armor active. Yeah, you can.
So I guess that would be a solution, but this just feels stupid. What is this? He has 6,000 HP when he's morphed. Still hitting for like 500.
Yeah.
Crap ton of spells. He basically has 2 heroes, neither of which you can deal with. Infinite chase, lockdown stun.
It's got it all.
LG, you're just watching him go ham. I'm like, this is the easiest game of my life. Nice misclick, NTS.
Just riding the wave, baby, riding the wave.
I think Shiro's sad. I don't think he's ever going to get to play Morphling again.
Yeah, I think Shiro wanted the Morphling and nothing to say, like, picked it first, and then he was like, oh, sorry, misclick.
Yeah, I'll show you how it's done.
Look at him go. They have to hook shot just to give a little bit of window for Ramses to get back. Nice multi-shot, does a lot of damage. Gets a lot of those frostbite stacks up. Not that nothing to say cares, clearly doesn't as he charges forward with the Ember.
Shiro says hello.
And diving into the tier 4s a little bit. Okay, got 2.
That
Kiyotaka killed the 2 supports. Now with the Nullifier Orchid, Ember Spirit's going to die as well. Remember, guys, ride the wave. You got to be behind this Morphling. Let him do all the work. Scythe not up in time, so nothing to say. Does TP back in time.
These are still farm heroes on 9 Pandas. We're looking at the net worth. This game is still very close. You do not want to give him a fight like that where you overextend. No Brewmaster ulti in that engagement really hurt LGD's chances of committing onto the Drow Ranger, and that's just way too deep. It's not where their lineup excels. Just a misstep. Maybe feeling themselves too much.
Yeah. Got to remember who the big boss is here. Shiro diving in like that? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you are not the damage.
You're not the main character of this game. Relax.
Or the sidekick, my friend.
Yeah, you are 100% nothing to say sidekick.
Swift blink for NTS to finish off his 5th slot here. At that point, the chase and gap close is just infinite, right?
Yeah.
Waveform, Timber Chain, blink on top of this Drow. You just have to stand your ground. There is no running from nothing to say here. He will find you. He will catch you. He will force the fight. The only question is, will he be a Morphling? Will he be a Timber? Or will he be a Piggy?
Radiant are fear in your eye.
Think he goes to the waveform cooldown? I almost kind of wonder if he wants to protect himself with a 35 strength.
I think the 35 strength is the better talent. I think it gets taken almost all the time. That's a lot of strength, man. Hard to turn down stats for like slightly lower waveform cooldown when it's already 7
waveform
seconds.
cooldown.
Okay, well.
That's twice now I've seen that.
Maybe this wasn't as popular when like Morse built Octarine a little bit, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
A lot more mobility for him.
Combos well with the 20 talent, which is also in some ways how he stays alive. Telekinesis right into the Morphling Timbersaw. So Kiyotaka immediately has to use BKB. Ramses has a lot of gunk on him right now. He's got to get away from all this one. Shiro had nothing to say on infinite mobility. They can't.
What is this?
You can't run. You cannot run from these guys.
Like, that's like 3,000 units.
Fireboy and Waterman will hunt you down.
I mean, when I said you had to stand your ground, I guess literally you had to. Because you're just dying on the chase, too. It's not just they're keeping up with you. They are killing you on the run. There is no resetting in this game. The chase is apparently infinite. That'll result in a swift victory for LGD as they just jam everything into 9 Panda's face. Say deal with it. They cannot deal with it. And they will get Roshan as a victory prize. Still 3 heroes survive there, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, still not that down in net worth, really. 9 Pandas
the crazy
continue
part.
to keep the game close. It just feels like matchup-wise, they are in...
Yeah, like whose net worth are you taking here, right? It does not feel like a lot of these items on 9 Pandas are doing anything to prevent LGD's game plan.
Yeah.
Which is just use the Timber against them. Honestly, at this point, you might be better off in the 4-on-5. Keep Kiyotaka out of there. Just
Don't let him have the Timber.
Don't let the Morph turn into this man.
I mean, he should probably get a Lincoln's, right?
That seems apt, yeah, but there's a lot that just insta-pops it, right? Any of the Rubik spells.
Yeah.
The Morphling can just go in and adapt to you, steal it afterwards. Like, maybe you get the value for one fight, but it's not going to be that much value for the whole game.
Well, he's got the 25, so the fast burst damage is available, but could not kill Y and
he's in
may
trouble.
be caught. He's going to have to use his BKB to get out of here, I think.
Yeah, probably wants to waste as much time as possible. He did not BKB.
That is
That
bold.
is very bold.
Oh, Kiyotaka, you greedy son of a gun.
I'll have to fight
Yeah,
his way
now
out.
pop it.
Nice moves from Y. NTS gets stuck, re-sticks himself, but of course none of it actually matters to the mobility god, as he has Swift Blink up as well.
Whew. Another Scythe, this time for Planet. Stole one of the Chakrams too, the blue one.
You know, I've seen a lot of broken things in my time.
Yeah.
Watching Morphling in this game, it might be up there in the top 5. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This just seems absolutely stupid.
Oh, we got another top 5
Oh, yeah.
list?
Well, you,
All right,
I mean, you
what
remember my other top 1, of course.
Yeah, the most annoying.
Yeah, I mean, the most annoying player of all time. God. What an annoying player.
He's pretty annoying. Anyway, any other like broken combos that you want to
No, I'm not going to
in your top 5? No.
I mean, the Sniper Troll patch was pretty stupid.
He's going to turn to the Drow Ranger for once. Okay. I guess the Timber Saw dead for 30 seconds, so might as well. Miro's going to cut in from behind, though, and they have a buyback on the Timber Saw. They may not be expecting this one. The Scythe immediately goes out. Miro having a hard time putting the damage onto the Rubik. Planet disappears. He gets into the trees, and Miro fails to get the pop-off he was hoping for.
Just clear through the summons with the Dispel and Morphling, too. It's like it's had no impact and no zoo.
Man, that damage is intense. Miro's still working on trying to get one of these supports. BKB TP out. Barely makes it in time.
And the
TP in
whirlwinds
from
continue.
Kiyotaka. He's back.
Yu has just been messing with him on the back line. Brewmaster ult is out.
Might as well chase.
He's
Got
got
a
his
high
companion.
ground Drow Ranger. This is one of the best positions, but it got caught by the telekinesis. Immediately saved by the Decrepify. BKB turn around, putting the damage out. This has got to be the point where they can do something. But again, turning into the Timber Saw, this Morphling is just not taking damage. Even with the marksmanship, he has to be ignored. He still has an Aegis after all. The Ram's backing away, nothing to say. Continues to pressure anybody he can. Antari's Decrepify eventually wears out and they'll finish him off.
Nice armor-piercing right-clicks, Drow. It'd be a shame if I had plus 30 green armor from a random spell that negated all of it. Ramsey's just doing nothing to the liquid boy over here. I feel bad for him, dude. Like, what are you supposed to do?
This
The
was
fight
not the counter
continues.
pick they had in mind. And Kiyotaka in trouble once again. Decrepify BKB does bail out yet another hero. 9 Pandas are honestly playing as best as they can in some of these team fights. Orchid, Nullifier doesn't land.
He got hacked. Can they do anything?
Please, the one time, do a little bit of damage
Oh,
to
that
him.
crit.
Take away his Aegis or something.
Doesn't have the armor right now. This is your window. Kiyotaka back in.
Oh, he turns into the Timber Saw. Uh-oh, Kiyotaka, he's stuck. He's got his own Traka. He comes back in as the Morphling starts laying into Miro, but they do manage to take him out, and that means the Morph. It's on cooldown
has
as
the
well.
ult.
This is an opportunity for 9 Pandas. Mew gets off another ultimate here as unfortunately we have to have a brief pause as Solo's computer still is not fixed.
Somebody give this man a processor. God damn. There's the finest creation cam. Indeed.
It's beautiful.
OS frogs rejoice watching this gameplay. I'm sure 9 Pandas are enjoying playing against a dash WTF hero. I mean, this is a fight they can win, though, because the Morph has no ult up right now, no Satanic. NTS is kind of just a normal 6-slotted Morphling, which is still pretty damn strong, but I guess killable.
Somebody's getting cussed out, man. This computer. All right, so it looks like Antari's going to potentially die back. Force staff up to the high ground. Ember Spirit's going to chase after him. So does the Morphling, easily getting that kill. Miro trying to deal with all these Brewlings, but they're just distracting 9 Pandas while the rest of the team is able to get themselves out. PSG.LGD are on the run, and 9 Pandas pursuing.
I mean, LG don't have a lot here. No
shot, catching the Rubik. That's going to be 1. Multi-shot, almost catching the Ember Spirit as well. Looks like they got you, so that's 2.
And a gem.
And a gem.
Level 25 for Timber. Giving 9 Pandas extra damage on his Hex Burst. Kiyotaka is playing this game like a beast. There's just so much to fight through. You got to feel for him. Trying to do it solo here, basically, because the rest of his lineup is just getting stalled out by the Brewlings. Hard to engage for Ramses into the double backline jump from the Morphling and the Ember.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the help when he goes in with these hexes, but he is finding the openings and Networth staying up there for 9 Pandas. And they're clawing their way back into a position. I mean, they only lost 1 Rax in this game. This game has not felt close, but it is still fairly close. 1 bad team fight. You're out on your ass. NTS tries to collect the Tormentor, but he cannot.
You're not strong enough, my friend. Maybe if you have that Nullifier, which he can buy out. May leave him just a little bit short on buyback gold. But either way, next team fight, he'll have it. So now when the Morphling jumps on top of you, if he gets the Nullifier on you, you're not Hurricane Piking like you want to, not able to Glimmer Cape like you want to. I almost feel like you need Ags on Miro just to be able to bite the Drow Ranger to get her away, but then that completely ruins the idea of Drow Ranger, so...
Yeah, you have no range.
Yeah, so then your marksmanship is totally out.
You're just a Drow meleeer. I actually kind of want to see what that looks like.
I'll take that.
You just go in and start sticking them with your arrows.
Arr.
He's almost level 25 here. That's another big talent for the hero.
Yeah, what's that?
Both of them can be solid in the right game. I think normally you take the marksmanship chance, but is it doing anything in this game? Probably not. You might actually want to take the waves here.
Yeah, just to clear out some of this. Antari's. We know he doesn't have buyback, so PSG.LGD is now a 4 versus 5, and they can go to the high ground pretty damn quick.
Decisive move. Gets him a little bit of a payoff.
Yeah, really nice reactions out of them. Nullifiers all around, apparently. Another hero showing in this top lane. They are just not respecting the wards that are out in lane. Get picked off again.
And
Gem.
another dieback. 2 supports dead for 9 Pandas. LG know they do not have buys. It's a 5-on-3. Probably going to dive this if they see the window.
Dire's middle tower.
There it is.
There it is.
Blink Sight. Counter Sight from Kiyotaka onto nothing to say, but just doesn't last long enough. This Morphling is eventually going to have the window to lay damage in, and as soon as he does, heroes start evaporating.
Did get the Rubik with the Nullifier Orchid, but he's going to come down into a world of pain. Instant buybacks here for 9 Pandas. They don't have their supports, and they don't have their Drow because Ramses bought out for Butterfly. I don't think it did anything.
Yeah.
And that is just the game. They're going to clean up some last stragglers here, unless Kiyotaka can make some miracle happen.
Don't think he will. Smiro, I mean, great. All around, I don't think 9 Pandas played badly. I think their draft just has no answers to a lot of what PSG.LGD is running here.
Yeah, I think they needed a really fast start in order to get ahead, and then the objective taking with the Drow gives them like a second Aegis they can go high ground with. I think that's mainly the way they win this game. So just better lane phase and a faster tempo for Ramses, but
yeah.